Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this big triangle ABC along with these line segments FG, the line segment DE, and this line segment KL, as you can see in this given diagram, such that FG is parallel to AB, DE is parallel to BC, and finally KL is parallel to side AC. And as a result, we are ended up with these three green shaded parallelograms and three triangles. And moreover, the area of this triangle is A sub 1. The area of this triangle is A sub 2. And finally, the area of this triangle is A sub 3 square units. And now our task is to calculate the combined area of all this green shaded region, this green shaded region, this green shaded region, and this green shaded region combined. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first step. Let's focus on this big triangle ABC. Let's assume the area of this big triangle ABC is uppercase A square units. So therefore we can write the area of this triangle ABC is uppercase A. And since we are interested in calculating the area of the green shaded region combined, and now let's make an observation by looking at this equation. We can see the green shaded region area is going to be equal to the big triangle ABC area minus the sum of these three triangle areas. And we assume that the triangle ABC area is uppercase A. So therefore now our task is to find the value of uppercase A. And now we can see that this big triangle ABC is similar to the triangle FPD. And here's our triangle FPD, because all these angles are congruent to these big triangle angles. And since these two triangles are similar, so we are going to have the ratio of their areas are going to be equal to the ratio of their side length squares. And here A sub 1 is the area of this triangle, and uppercase A is the area of the big triangle ABC, equals to this segment FP length square divided by this side AB length square, as you can see. And now I'm going to undo these squares, and I'm going to do the same thing by taking the square root on both sides. So therefore we can write FP divided by AB is going to be equal to the square root of A sub 1 divided by the square root of A. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this FP segment length equals to this segment AK length. So I'm going to replace that FP with the AK over here, as you can see in this next step. And I'm going to call this one our equation number 1. And likewise, we can see that big triangle ABC is similar to the smaller triangle PGL. And here's our smaller triangle PGL over here, and its area is A sub 2. So therefore we can write the ratio of their areas A sub 2 divided by uppercase A equals to PG square divided by AB square. And here we can see the base of this triangle is PG, and here the base of this big triangle is AB. And now we are going to undo the square by taking square root on both sides. So therefore we can write PG divided by AB equals to the square root of A sub 2 divided by the square root of A. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this PG segment length equal to this segment AB length. So therefore I'm going to replace this PG with EB over here, as you can see in this next step. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 2. And finally we can see the big triangle ABC is similar to triangle KEP as well. And here's our triangle KEP, whose area is A sub 3. So therefore we can write the ratio of their areas A sub 3, and A equals to KE square divided by AB square. And here we can see KE is the base of this small triangle, and AB is the base of the big triangle. And now we are going to undo these squares by taking a square root on both sides. So therefore we are ended up with this KE divided by AB equals to the square root of A3 divided by the square root of A. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 3. So thus we are ended up with this system of 3 equations. And we are going to add all these 3 equations. We are going to add the left hand sides, and then I'm going to add the right hand sides at the very same time. As you can see in this next step, I have added the left hand sides and the right hand side. I have added these terms as well. And now let's make an observation. We can see AB is the common denominator on the left hand side, and likewise the square root of A is a common denominator on the right hand side, as you can see in this next step. And now let's make an observation on the numerator AK plus EB plus KE. As you can see, AK plus EB plus KE is essentially equal to this whole AB length. So therefore this whole things at the numerator adds up to simply AB, as you can see in this next step. And now let's make an observation. AB divided by AB is simply 1. As you can see in this next step, AB divided by AB reduces to 1. And now I'm going to remove this fraction by multiplying by on the right hand side by square root of A, and at the same time I'm going to multiply square root of A on the left hand side as well. And here we can see square root of A, and square root of A is gone. So therefore this left hand side, this is simply the square root of A equals to simply we are left with this part, which is the square root of A sub 1 plus the square root of A sub 2 plus finally the square root of A sub 3. And now I'm going to undo this square root by taking square on the left hand side, and I'm going to take the square on the right hand side as well. So therefore we can write that our uppercase A area is going to be simply the square root of A sub 1 plus the square root of A sub 2 plus finally the square root of A sub 3 whole square. And now we are going to take care of this square on the right hand side. And now let's recall this famous identity. A plus B plus C whole square could be written as A square plus B square plus C square plus 2 times AB plus BC plus AC. We are going to apply this identity on the right hand side. As you can see in this next step, if I call this one as A, this is B, and this is C, as you can see in this next step. So thus our uppercase A area is equal to the sum of these individual areas A sub 1 plus A sub 2 plus A sub 3 plus 2 times inside this parentheses areas. And now we know that our triangle ABC area is being represented by uppercase A. So I'm going to replace this A with this triangle ABC area. So thus the area of the triangle ABC turns out to be in terms of the individual areas a sub 1, a sub 2 and a sub 3. And here's our final step. Now we are going to calculate the area of this green shaded region combined. And now let's recall this equation once again. The green shaded region area combined equals to the triangle ABC area minus the sum of these individual areas a sub 1, a sub 2 and a sub 3. And now we know our triangle ABC area is all of this right hand side. So therefore I am going to substitute this whole thing for this triangle ABC area, as you can see in this next step. And here I replace this triangle ABC area over here, and then I copy down this part right up here. And now we can see this sum of these individual angles a sub 1 plus a sub 2 plus a sub 3 cancels out with this 1. So therefore our green shaded region area is going to be simply this part. So therefore our green shaded region area turns out to be 2 times the square root of a sub 1 a sub 2 plus the square root of a sub 1 a sub 3, and then plus the square root of a sub 2 a sub 3 square units. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, our green shaded region area combined turns out to be 2 times the square root of a sub 1 a sub 2 plus the square root of a sub 1 a sub 3 and plus the square root of a sub 2 and a sub 3. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.